Hi, it's Rob Levy again, and I wanted to talk about another interesting thing that we've been talking about recently, and that's why this isn't your typical summer housing market in the United States of America. Summer usually is the doldrums. It kind of slows down a bit. People have got a million other things that's going on. They're getting kids ready for school, they're on vacation, so on and so forth. So typically speaking, as 33 years as a top-selling realtor, I've seen it where the spring is really, really busy. It slows down a bit in the summer. Not that it's not a bad time to sell or buy, because there's also less competition. But we're just talking about general volume here as far as what's going on in the summer. And this chart right here kind of shows you exactly what's going on. I've got a copy right here. I'll look at it. And it shows a typical summer with this summer in regards to housing inventory, time on the market, and price appreciation, the three things that are really important in the real estate market. And you can see that inventory typically declines, but this year inventory is starting to go up. Time on the market is typically, it's this summer it's going up. Typically it takes longer to sell a house in the summertime. And of course price appreciation, and usually it kind of goes down a little bit before it starts picking up for the fall. And in this year, that's just not the case. They're just continuing to go up. There's lots of different reasons for that, and we're going to cut into some of that now. So number one is inventory is increasing. The fact of the matter is we've talked about the fact that it's a lack of inventory, but now we're seeing a lot of different things going on. Builders are catching up a little bit. They're still way behind in inventory, way, way behind. But the reality is some houses are coming on the market. You've got people that were hesitant because of COVID about putting their houses on the market, and they're now starting to put their houses on the market too. So we're seeing more inventory, and that's going to take the pressure off a little bit. As a matter of fact, I'll argue that it already has in some markets, including mine in Portland, Oregon. But what's interesting is if you look at this chart right here, this talks about the months of inventory of existing homes for sale. Existing homes rather than new homes. And you can see that it really dipped down, and now it's starting to pick up a bit. Right now, they're saying on a national level, we've got 2.5 months worth of inventory. By the way, what's normal? Normal is 5.5 to 6.5 months, depending on who you talk to. Let's say 6 months. And that would be a balanced market for the benefits buyers and sellers. And right now, it's 2.5 months on a monthly level. And some of you guys are laughing at me saying, Rob, we don't have anything close to that. Well, I'm coming to you from Portland, Oregon. We're at about 3 weeks. It's been 2 to 3 weeks for the last several months. For detached homes. Interestingly, for condominiums, particularly urban condominiums, it's much, much higher. There's a lot more inventory on the market there, and it's taking much longer to sell them. So markets do differ. Vacation markets, that's a different thing altogether. Lots of people are buying vacation homes right now, so that's an interesting booming market. So the time on the market is still shorter than normal. And that's where this chart here comes up. So this one shows the average number of days on the market in relation again to the last chart, which was months of inventory of existing homes for sale, and that's selling in months. This one talks about the average days on the market for all types of properties. And you can see that it's dropped. Right now it's about 17 days on a national level. Again, different markets differ, but the fact of the matter is that that's the case. So again, not typical for the summer, because normally in the summer we'd see the inventory come up somewhat, and that's just not happening. Appreciation is still rising. I just alluded to that a couple of seconds ago here, but the fact of the matter is appreciation is still happening on houses. Typically speaking, as shown in the little chart that came up, the first one I popped up, appreciation slows down in the summertime, and that's just not happening right now. So the median home price for all housing types, condos, detached homes, and so on, right here on this chart, kind of shows that the prices just keep going up. On a national level, we're seeing some pretty good price increases. In some submarkets, particularly vacation home markets, we're seeing massive price increases. The Palm Springs, California market right now, for instance, is showing close to 50% increase in prices in some cities in the area. We're seeing a lot of that in Hawaii and so on. Now, why is that happening? A couple of people have been asking me that, and as best as I can figure out from talking to the experts, there's a couple of reasons. And really, it kind of comes down to the type of people that can buy vacation home markets have got the money to do that. I'm going to do another video about that shortly, talking about vacation home markets. But there are people that were doing extensive traveling that put it off, canceled their early 2020 trip, thinking they'd go in late 2020. Then they thought they'd go in early 21. Then they thought maybe late 2021. You still really can't get to Europe or Asia at all. So now they're thinking 2022 or possibly 2023. Well, assume you're somebody that's got a few extra bucks and you're maybe 70 years old. All of a sudden, you're 74 because you're going on these overseas trips, and these people are saying, the heck with it, I'm just going to buy a vacation home. So here in Portland, Oregon, where I also sell in the Palm Springs, California market, that's gone nuts, but we're also seeing it on the Oregon coast, where the Oregon coast properties are selling in just like that. And it's the same on the East Coast in vacation home markets and stuff too. So again, we'll talk about that. But the key is this is just not your typical summer. And those are the reasons why. Now, if you're looking to buy or sell a house, I've been doing this for 33 years in Portland, but I only work the Portland area and Palm Springs, California. I'm connected with top realtors all around the country, so contact me at the information here, and I could put you in touch with a top realtor in your marketplace too, so you know you're going to get the best possible care looking after your needs, whether it be buying or selling. So those are my reasons. Take a look at the video, subscribe to the channel, you'll get all my videos, and I really appreciate you watching this video, and feel free to forward it on to any friends.